let's get an update before it's all gone. Okay, these are the 4 types of tomatoes we've tried to get going. I got sick there, so it is what it is. We got Kentucky burley. We got cilantro, lettuce, basil, onion, carrot, okra, green beans. We got the cauliflower. We had 2 different types of watermelon, or pumpkin watermelons. And then we got thyme and the 2 varieties of corn. And I don't know what it did to the 2 packs of marigolds, but 1 whole sleeve. I don't know if I can walk over it right now, but you can see we got these 2 trays here, the little square trays. 1 whole sleeve of packets of seeds didn't come up. Now, I wouldn't say we had low germination rates. I've still got 2 over there that come up. I'm just trying to wait them out. But we got a whole nother sleeve. I just planted these right before I went to the hospital. This is everything we got going other than the packages of marigolds. I did show the packages of marigolds in another video. So if you want to go back. These are looking decent. Maybe, you know, these started a little bit later. But it's been raining like every single day. Literally. And you can see we still got some flowers out from when I planted in the spring. You know, we got a few little things. Still really only got 1 marigold. You can see they're getting decent size. Tobacco still staying yellow from all the rain. We got 1 bloom out of the marigold so far. Some kind of pepper jack or firecracker or something like that. It's pretty. Supposed to be like a yellow and an orange one. So, but let's check out these tomatoes before they're just gone. They got to get over in here and do that tree, and they're going to take out this one, and there's one back there, and I think they're going to even do one on the other side. It's a sycamore. But tomatoes, they're actually starting to take off. They got a decent size. It's been a while since I did an update, but you know, got pretty sick there. So right here, these marigolds here, you know, I see marigolds sometimes they get up to be 2 foot. I've even seen them up as tall as 4 foot tall if they got a lot of good food. I put diatomaceous earth on all these, and they kind of got mixed up, which I was starting to have problems. So another marigold. And I think the little ones are the cherry tomatoes. You know, and then the bigger ones are going to be the beefsteak. And then I had the early girls. All that. You can see I had 4 different varieties. We lost a few of them. Video's mainly gonna, if you can bear with me here, I'm still having problems with my sciatic nerve, so I got the walking stick out. And I was thinking about maybe doing some back surgery or just killing out the nerve to where you don't feel it in your legs. But anywho, we got the big tree out. They're still going to keep going. You know, they're going to take all that out. Man, it's been wicked hot. I had pumpkin and watermelon over here. I had the 2 varieties of pumpkin and a watermelon. I don't think none of the watermelon came up, but the watermelon did come up down here, but it didn't last. And it still needs a pollinator. So that's about, I would guesstimation. I tried to dig down and see if I could find the plants. The mulch is great, but with the mulch being on top of them, you know, they're going to last about 3-4 days. If they can't make it up through that, they're gone. You can see my little walking path I had through here. This tall grass, can't cut it. It's got too many rocks in it. I'd tear my mower up. They were a guesstimation, like right in here, right in there. I don't know. They might make it through that. I've had watermelon and pumpkin come through like heavy wood chips. You know, a lot of time it make them come up better and better, bigger and better. But they've took out this big tree, so that's opening up a lot of real estate for next year. I'm going to try to fix this little tractor over here. All I got to do is get a starter. It's about 30-40 bucks. And then I've got a project going with the truck. I tried to contact 2 different people on a motor plate. I got to have a motor plate that will bolt up to the motor, then bolt up to the transmission. And then I can drill holes in the flex plate, bolt the torque converter up to it. And you can shift that transmission with toggle switches, if you can believe it or not. They make a manual kit for it. I don't know how it works or nothing, but basically you're going to pull the motor, the wiring harness, the brakes, everything, and strip this car and put that motor, brakes, wiring harness, and then I'm going to take some 1/4-inch plate, make a pattern for the motor, make a pattern for the transmission, get the torque converter in there, bolt them up together, or get them put up together, drill out the holes for the flex plate, and then weld the two together, the transmission and the motor, with the plates that I make, if that makes sense. Now, might be able to get it pull under its own power, whatnot. I don't know about getting a transfer case to shift over into 4-wheel drive. Might have to cut the whole firewall. I'm definitely going to have to put the steering column in it because I want it to start off the key. And I want the AC, I want the heat. Eventually have it all together. A transmission controller at worst, so it will shift into drive and downshift for hills or what have you. Okay, that's the plan on the car. That's just not going to be good enough for my daughter. I wouldn't put somebody in something that was a new driver and as rotted as it is. The guy was complaining, just take it for scrap. Whatever it is, I could get the title work done, but it would have to be temporary power of attorney for the title signed over to an attorney, and then they take it somewhere and get it done, and then I have to bring it back to Kentucky, so you'd have to pay taxes on it twice, registration twice, attorney fees, or get a court date through a district judge. So was said to me. Free consultation, great person, it's good to know. If it was worth it, that's only got 150,000 miles on it. I mean, if it was cheap enough, yeah, I would like to drive the car and just enjoy it. I mean, I did a lot to it. It got me where I needed to go and back home and safe and sound. Appreciate Robbie. There's no hard feelings. Whatever the situation is, he can't come this way, I can't go that way. I could get it done, but I don't want to cause him problems because he's a good dude. But, you know, it's life. We all have our problems. Not a big deal. We had all these wood chips, and we had our tomatoes down here. I kind of asked him to watch out for them. They last for 2 or 3 days, but they're gone. There's a couple left. You got a couple here. You got one here. It's almost gone. Been smashed on. I don't look for those to do anything. I'm not gonna do anything to help them out, but whatever the situation, they're gone. You might have 2 out of that. I talked to AtomicPepperSeeds.com. They took out these 2 big trees. Definitely wanted them gone. If it costed me whatever, I don't really care. They said they would pay cash money for any damages to whatever I had going on. So if they pay for what we got going on the porch, there's next year. I apologize. I like doing a 30-day countdown on the pumpkins. It's something that I enjoy. It brings back memories of when I was a kid. Not that I'm super old, but I'm getting there. We're not promised tomorrow, obviously. We got our big tree down here. I mean, it knocks all that shade off. You know, I kind of had our border put up here. We'd planted some corn behind the stuff that we'd already put out. Don't look like anything's going to make it. May have some stuff come up. Then again, may not. All of our peppers are gone. I planted a roll of thyme in behind that. But they got all these big trees out. We've got piles of wood. I do have 1 pepper plant left. I was going to maybe try to dig it up, but I just don't want to hurt myself. But we still got 1 left. They're so small that actually it's embarrassing. Right here's another one. But they were taller. You know, they was 4 or 5 inches tall, but it rained so much that it put sprouts to the bottoms of these branches, like the stalk was getting roots. So I took the initiative to, there's another one. There's a couple here and there, but they're so small, I just don't think they're going to fare well. I think this is another one right here, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. You can just kind of eyeball where they should be. Anywho, whatever it is, we're going to try to give it another shot next year. I'm going to try a different way of doing things. Got plenty of firewood. I told the neighbors to come and get it. You know, Possum, that's my number one right there. If he needs one, if he needs the firewood, he's going to get first dibs. It's sycamore. I don't think he wants it. But these stumps, you know, that's probably 3 feet easily. It's nothing he could put on his sawmill. I think the sawmill only take like a 22, 24-inch log, whatever it is. They still got to come back. You know, they're still going to be here for a while. They're taking the trees all the way probably to them two there. You know, those are in the fall zone of hitting the electric line. I like my power. And, you know, it's been raining and knocking it out here and there. We got their solar set up. We're prepared, you know, for a day or two. But if it was like that one time, it was turning into a month and a half. So, when you can't buy propane for heat and it's cold, you know, you can't go to the store and get no gas because they can't turn the pumps on, you know. Gotta have that solar panel. That's our lifeline. Obviously, don't look like any of the corn's gonna make it. But we're gonna have plenty of mulch for next year. That will compost in. It'll take a while, but I think I seen a stick of corn or two up. It's just gone. I'm not really excited about it. I was thinking about getting some more corn. I'm going to plant some late crops. You know, you can do potatoes around November around here. Or somewhere in there. But I got to get an attachment for the mower. The mower has to have... We got all this kind of... The mower has to have a starter on it. And then you got to have tubes or tires or whatever. And then it's going to need some belts. The motor runs. I had it running. And it looks rough. We just got to put it together with a seat. So that's the motivation on that. You can see they have went down through here. They're continued. They're going to continue to go down through here. They have wiped out a lot of this. You know, so we're just going to keep it pushing. Happy to have all this down. Now next year, I hope to come out swinging. Now I planted okra down there. I had a couple pumpkin plants and I had a couple watermelons. I had one big pumpkin plant that was going good. But you know, I'm just going to have to hang my hat up this year. I got sick. You know, I've had surgery on my kidney. I had some other stuff planted in here. Right here you can see a little bit of tobacco. You know, it's not doing anything. It's sad. We got a marigold right here. You know, I'm hoping that those do good. I like flowers. And then I got some more, but they're putting out the mulch chips right where we want it. I mean, all we can do is just, whenever they get done, we can try again next year. They won't be back for a while, I would imagine. But I had some okra, some beans, and a couple sticks of corn. And then we had some pumpkins and watermelons, and they did come up. The okra was up too. Like right here, you can see I scratched a spot in. I don't think the okra made it. Yeah, it was like a spot or two here that I had. Yeah, right here it is, actually. Okra is still coming on. So the okra may make it, but you know, you can see there's a lot of heavy vegetation, a lot of trees. That okra grows pretty fast. You know, I just put a spot here and there, hoping to see it come up in a better spot. We put a lot of corn out right here. Right there you can see a couple sticks of corn comed up, or it's up right now. But this wood chips are, man, they're probably like right there. It's 2 foot thick. Oh yeah, that's really thick. I just hope we don't get problems with the, yeah, right here. Here's a stick of corn. There's a stick, there's a stick. Now the corn, if it don't get buried too hard, might be all right. We had some beans. Right here's the beans. Right there, it's already got a bean on it. Right there. It's about the smallest bean I've ever seen a plant come on, but it's trying to come on. You know, the beans might actually come up. I like to have just a handful of beans, handful of corn. We got a couple pieces of corn left in there. You know, a little more corn, a couple beans. Hopefully some of the okra comes up. You need that okra every day. I like okra. It's good for breakfast. And like I said, I'm trying to tighten up on my diet a little bit. But right there, you know, we got a lot of stuff and they're still working on it, man. And then they're going to come through here and knock all these big trees out. I don't look for nothing to make it this summer. They're going to be hitting that pretty hard. So, depending on what the woods is, I'm going to ask them if they don't care to bring the wood from this side of the road to that side of the road. That's asking a lot of a feller. And as hot as it is, you know, hey man, leave me alone. You know what I mean? So they probably just, if they might just put it right up there above the tree line. If they do that, I'm good with that. But that's our update. Feeling better. So I'm hoping to maybe get a little bit of nerve surgery to where it kills out the nerve pain or whatever. But I did plant onions and some other stuff down through here. Some of it came up back in December. You know, some of that had come up down through here, but it just kind of faded away. I put some out right here too. But it came up and then kind of died out. So, you know, an onion bulb to me is going to be at least 2-3 inches to be considered anything. But that's our situation. And this is what's going on. Now, I think a lot of people enjoyed the pumpkins, so I was thinking about trying to get another, it's like a 5-pack or a 10-pack, bunch of different kinds. I just don't think it's going to pull through. I mean, it's like, it's a little bit of money. So, I got to be careful. But guys, I hope you liked what we had to show you. It's not much. And, you know, I'm still trying to get better. I feel a lot better, like I don't have fluid build up on me and stuff. But like I say, we're not promised tomorrow. But, you know, hopefully everything's good and, you know, we just keep pushing. Next year I'm hoping to be able to do a better garden. Like I say, I got this little mower here. As far as I know, we're going to be able to make something happen with that. Now that attachment, I looked it up and all it is a... it's what it does, they push snow with it. So it might not be worth a hoot. But there it is. You've seen it before. And then I'm going to try to get pushing on this little truck to get the motor swapped over. I want to be driving this truck, or at least be able to drive the truck. I can move it around, I can move the car around if I was to fix the fuel line all the way. I could put gas in it, but it sprays a lot of it out. But it can move. So once we pull everything off it, we're just probably going to take it up the holler with the rest of the horde. You know, maybe I get a camera out there one day. Papa really don't like me showing it, neither does Sam. You know, they don't want people bothering them. They hold on to it. You know, they might have something that they want to build or something. They got a lot, you know. Got a whole lot. But right there's some more flowers that we put out. Everything's coming up, looking good. Right here some more. So the math on those pumpkin seeds was if you wanted anything, you'd have to get them right now. So I'm debating. I definitely want some peppers. I was going to get some habanero peppers and some regular peppers. You can put them out to the end of July. So we're going to have to do something on some peppers. You know, even if I got to put them up there in the greenhouse, which I was going to get some spray that would kill everything but the vegetables and the vegetable seeds or whatever. But I'm hoping that we could get these tomatoes going. I put a lot of effort into getting this going. You know, and he said, you know, maybe, maybe not, he could save it. So they're looking pretty decent. They're taking off. I'm hoping with the marigolds. I'd like to see a big patch of marigolds. I'd like to see a big patch of peppers. Yeah, I like habaneros too, just to eat. But they're kind of expensive for a live plant. So we're going to try something else.